Hello folks, it's Jamie again, and today is World String Change Day, and I'll be changing strings on my Ibanez RG421, which is modified with a Chuck Schuldiner pickup and a bare knuckle nail bomb in the neck. Also has a hip shot locking tuners and the Marzio strap lock system. And my string brand of choice is the Dario XL 9 to 42 gauge. The only strings I really use on my 25.5-inch scale length guitars. But on my shorter scale length like Gibson's, I use a 9.5 to 44. So the tools I'll be using is this string winder from Music Nomad, which is actually, in my opinion, the best string winder on the market because it's very sturdy, moves quite quickly compared to the Ernie Ball string winder, and has a bridge pin puller here and of course a decent cutter. So anyway, let's get started. So since these are locking tuners, now of course you could do this by hand because locking tuners don't involve too many winds. Means there's not enough not much turning involved, but it is but to me, I think the string winder is handy regardless of what system you're running. So, and of course it's just a matter of just unscrewing the thumb wheel at the back. And just a matter of since this is a fixed bridge Ibanez, the strings just pull out like this. And of course I like to make sure I get them all together. And once I have them out like this, I'm just going to boot them together and put them in a nice circle. 1, 2, and 3. So I can dispose of these in recycling, but before I do that, I'm going to make sure they're a little bit neater than that. Sorry, they do tend to flicker, so you have to be careful about your eyes. So I can throw these in recycling. And the Dario, if you're watching this, please make playback available worldwide, because I definitely need it, because I do use a lot of strings and recycling is important. So that way I can recycle the strings properly. Okay, at the moment we have a guitar with no strings on it, and this guitar needs to be cleaned, so I'll pause the video and I'll go back with cleaning products. Okay, we have our cleaners, lemon oil for the fretboard, and satin finish guitar polish, because this is a satin finish guitar. So on 2 separate rags, a soft cloth and a microfiber cloth. The microfiber for the body, the one for the fretboard. So cleaning the body, all you need is the microfiber. It's just a matter of just spritzing some of your polish on the body, and don't use regular guitar polish because it'll just leave streaks in the finish and you don't want that. You just make sure it's a satin finish polish you're using, or if you can't get access to it, a damp cloth will work just fine as well. But this is just to clean up the guitar and get rid of any dust or fingerprints or any sweat marks on your instrument. And it's just to make your instrument look nice. Because I always believe in look after the guitar and it will look after you. You can even use this on the hardware like the tuner machines and whatnot, because that even gets dirty as well. Now we're on the next step. We're going to clean and condition the fretboard, and all you need is some lemon oil or any fretboard conditioner you have. Now I might get a lot of comments, people saying and you get a lot because there's a lot of forums and hype on the internet about it saying it's a destroyer of fretboards, it'll rust your frets, it'll dry out your fretboard. Lemon oil is not made from lemons. It's not lemon juice, and the only thing close to a lemon in this is artificial lemon scent. Even Colin Smith, CS Guitars, even proved this wasn't the case, or Science Aloud, I think it's now called. He did a test and they proved it has a neutral pH, so that means it's not at all acidic. So I'm going to rub some more of this on the fretboard, but you won't have to watch and wait for this to dry because of the magic editing. It's all done. Okay, I let that lemon oil set in for a couple of seconds. Now some people have very dirty fretboards that they'll have to go to more extreme measures to take that gunk away. But if you do it regularly, like after every restring, like I do here, you'll never run into that problem. So I recommend doing this every time you change your strings. And some people let it sit for like 20 minutes and whatnot. Some people might leave it sit overnight, but I wouldn't recommend let it sit in too long because it goes underneath the tang of the frets and could easily pop out your frets. So just let it sit in for a couple of minutes and wipe it off. That's all you need to do. Just like polishing your guitar, make sure you flip to a dry spot of the rag and just keep bumping your fretboard until it's completely dry. Because alright, now it's dry, and now the guitar is ready for strings. Like I said, I'm using the Dario here. So I'm gonna put these in now, and okay, I managed to put the strings through the body. Now I lined up the holes so that they're all facing this way. So what I do is I just grab the string. There's a locking tuner. I just pull it till it's taut, and then just wind the back, and that's all you need to do. So I'm not gonna sit here and let y'all watch this because I'm gonna have this done right now. Okay, I have all these strings in, so I'm actually going to be winding these strings forwards because they're all 6-in-line tuners, so they all have to be wound the same way. No, you don't have to tighten them the whole way. Just enough till the strings make it enough. Okay, we have the strings wound up, so what we're going to do is, to make sure the tuning is right, we're going to grab ourselves a tuner and we're going to tune each of these strings. So I'm going to pause the video now and I'm going to tune these strings. Okay, I tuned up these strings. I tuned the low E, then went to the high E, and then back and checked them again, tuning them in the process. Okay, now what you have to do next is stretch your strings, because if you don't do this, your guitar will keep going out of tune, because strings need to be settled, and this is how you settle them, is by give them a good stretch and then tuning them again. So I'm going to do this, so I'm going to tune them again. Okay, they fell down at about 3 semitones, so I'm going to have to scratch them again and recheck the tuning. So I'm going to do this again and check the tuning. Okay, this time they went down by a semitone, so they didn't go down much. So I'm going to do it one more time and then check it again. Okay, they barely went out of tune this time, so they're pretty much settled beyond this point. And once you're done, please do yourself a favor, and do us all a favor. Cut off this dangly nonsense on top of the headstock. Please do it. This annoys me so much. It's untidy, it's unprofessional, and people judge you for it. And it also kind of makes you, and also if you pull on these ends, it'll knock your guitar out of tune. So it's simple, just grab a cutter, even a set of wire cutters will do, and just clip it off. It's that simple. And also, this will also tear up your gig bag or case. If you leave these coily bits on. Doesn't it doesn't look cool. It just decreases tune-in instability. Tune instability, I mean, I should say. And okay, see, and then once you cut them, you have to check your tune-in again. So I'm going to stretch and retune again. And that's it on how to restring a guitar with locking tuners. Thank you for D'Addario for coming out with these strings and using the strings that I've been using all these years. And thanks Music Nomad for the Mason String Winder. I'm not sponsored by any of these products. They're the products I like to use. Over and out. Comment, rate, subscribe.